Hmm. I think I've done something wrong here. What about VRC2? Ah, yeah, that looks right. Okay, first off, this isn't even who I want to be. This is hi, new Sona. Who this? Why does the shine not look right? I think that's just because this is such neutral lighting. The gold doesn't show up as gold as I thought it would. It's me. It's Bandit. Okay. Point of today's video is to talk about open world RPG games, specifically not overall, just Destiny 2 and Division 2, and how Destiny 2 needs to fix theirs. Because to me, it's a pretty big problem when like 60% of your game is open world environment, but the open world isn't rewarding in its loot system. I've been over this point multiple times, but I figured today I would sit down and show comparisons, while also talking about it because I don't know, dude on the internet thinks he knows what he's doing. So I'm gonna be comparing it to my other favorite looter shooter RPG game, Division 2, because I don't like Warframe that much. I'm bad at it. The mod system's complicated. Not for me. Movement fun though. Movement is very fun. But that's just the game for my go-to comparison of the two because I think they're they're the closest to each other. In Destiny 2, if you go to, I'm going to use the EDZ as my example, and then we'll also see me use it in the farming stuff. When I'm doing open world events, when I'm doing lost sectors, anything that involves being in the open world area, it's very unrewarding. And this isn't just like, oh, you don't get good loot. No, it's you don't get good loot, you don't get high stat rolls over the course of time. The most you're doing is getting your XP level up. You are gaining XP for weapons, or you're getting open world drop engrams to increase your exotic drop chance. That's really the main three things that you're earning from doing open world, and it doesn't seem fair. I should be able to spend an hour's amount of time in the open world section doing the public events, making them heroic, grabbing bounties just for extra XP and whatnot, and feel like I'm earning an actual reward from it, like you do at the end of strikes and whatnot. Like if I ran 10 lost sectors, right? This is just a short example. If I ran 10 lost sectors, at least one or two of them should feel like I got a weapon that's a viable role, or I got a item that's gonna have a decent stat on it, but you do it and out of those 10 you'll get like 3 blues. So there's no point of going back to do lost sectors whenever the reward just isn't worth it. In Division 2, if you open up the map and I go to like one section, there is a blatant amount of stuff to do in the open world. You have control points that you can go capture. You have random public events that will start up. You have locations to explore for loot. You have open world named bosses that will spawn. And that's in each individual coordinate. In every single spot, there's stuff like that. If I go do a control point, that control point might, like the 1 out of 10, I might get 3 to 4 things that have a decent roll on it. Now, personally, me, I might not need it because I have most of the god roll stuff I need, and if I don't, I throw it into my recal station. But that's the point. It should feel rewarding to get it. Like when I see that little arrow indicator saying, hey, you got something that's got a god roll drop, and I'm like, hey, yo, my brain defaults to having to go look at it. It doesn't matter if it could be something that I know I already have max things for, right? It's like, I gotta go look at it, because I know that's gonna be something at least good to look at. Same thing doing it though, whenever you're farming an area, the more drops you get, the more you get the chance of getting your exotic. I had that happen earlier, but it was Chameleon, and the person I was with already had it, so it didn't matter. To the point of what Destiny 2 is going for is you get engrams, and then you can make the engrams crafted into what you want. Except for that then requires you to go do open world activities that give unrewarding stuff for you to hope to get an Umbral engram, to then have the right amount of material to go open it. If you don't have the material, then you got to go farm a specific section, like one specific mode, right? You have to only go do that. And at this point, it probably sounds like I'm nitpicking, but it's not. In Division 2, if I wanted to get an police like M4, right? That's a weapon in the game, a police M4. If I wanted that, I could go craft it, right? And the materials you need to craft it are available everywhere. It's not a specific material I have to go to one location to farm. No, I can go anywhere in the map and get it. I can earn it doing any activity. I can earn it from scrapping other things. That's something you can't do in Destiny 2. So I could scrap 20, I could craft 20 police M4s, run out of material, scrap all of them, go do a loot run for 30, 45 minutes. I'd have enough to maybe make like 5 or 6 more, right? That's a deal. But in Destiny 2, it's like, okay, I am capped on the material I can hold at 200, which then means I can craft about, what was it, 20? 20 of the new Engrams for, like, let's say I wanted Mida mini tools, right? Let's say I wanted to craft Mida mini tools. I can craft 20, and then I gotta go back out and farm 200 more resources, or I need to get, you wouldn't even be able to do that much unless you had 10 and 10 on 2 different characters, because you can only hold 10 prime Engrams, and you gotta have the rest in your storage. It's just, everything feels so lackluster. I'm gonna show a comparison of doing 10 public event stuff in Destiny 2 and 10 public event stuff in Division 2 and do a loot comparison. And it might seem a little skewed because in Division 2 I can set it to challenging to get better rewards. But that's something I should be able to do in Destiny 2. I should be able to be like, hey, I want this to be harder in the open world. We can do that with strikes. Why can't I do that with the open world? Why can't I be like, I want all the open world enemies I face to be higher health? I don't know. But I'll do the comparison. I'm recording this beforehand, so I can't commentate on it. I'll probably just do a voiceover to some B-roll of one of the games. But yeah, I just cut back to me doing an outro.
Hey, so this is Umbreon. I'm only gonna do 5. It's not because I'm lazy or anything. Definitely not the case, but it still gets the point across, right? I'll show off the differences on gear that I got. But, I mean, 5 is still 5. Yeah. This isn't a joke. Literally the downtime in between doing public events is such a pain sometimes. Half the reason why I'm also doing 5, or doing 10 would take way too fucking long on fucking Destiny 2. That was supposed to be heroic. I don't know why it wasn't, but okay, game. Okay. Out of all of that stuff I got a single good thing. One. And I'm pretty sure this is considered a PvP god rule. If I'm not mistaken.
Rogue agent eliminated.
Umbreon, I choose you.
This is the outro. I don't have anything for the outro. Surprise.